Hey, all my home buyers looking at property in Round Rock. Today, we're going to do a nice little city tour of Round Rock downtown and the brand new library that opened up earlier this year. Now, I was blown away. Let me pause that real quick because it was very fast. Check this out. I remember talking about this in college as when we were trying to figure out. I had during my entrepreneurship classes from San Diego State on ways to make parking more efficient, and this was one of our ideas, was having this kind of lighting system. Red meaning it's it's being used, and green it's available. So look at this is brand new library, and they are incorporating new technology. It's state of the art. I mean, just look at how massive this thing. This is a public library, and if you right here, it even tells you how many spots there are available by the level. How freaking cool is that? I wish all parking structures were like this, but this is what you get in Round Rock. Hang on, we don't even need music right now. And then you have the color coding spaces. I freaking love that. I mean, just look at the main level floor here. Everything is brand new. This is 3 levels, I believe. This is my first time coming here since its grand opening, and I believe the first 2 floors are very kid focused, and the top floor is meant to be very quiet for adults. So there's plenty a space to have both if you have kids. Okay, so really each floor had an outdoor kind of patio deck area that was covered. Let me go back a little bit because that was fast, a little too fast for me. I mean, look at the viewpoints right now. I remember this day. We've been going through a little heat wave here in Austin, and it was easily over 100 degrees standing out here. I think I did this like earlier this month. Today's August 17th, 2023. So I did this a little bit earlier in the month, but we've been on record heat for like the past 40 days of over in the 3 digits of how hot it's been. I mean, just look at this. But point being, look at how beautiful it is. The viewpoint is from the balcony. There's the famous water tower right here, what we see back in the background. And just look how nice this is. I went during the middle of the day. There was people, but it wasn't overly crowded. Lots of selections. I mean, probably even more so than a traditional library because of how grand a scale this is. Pause if you want to see what each level is about. I mean, just a nice. It has that new building smell. Everything's super clean, and this is a great place to study or just to really focus. Ooh, I love this too. This was some. I love when libraries appreciate the arts. I need to appreciate the arts more. I need to go to more art gallery showings. Drop in the comments if you know some good ones in Williamson County. I would love to go to some and highlight them. And again, this was on the first floor. They actually had a second floor kind of like AstroTurf area, but it was closed off when I was there. So now we're back on the first floor. This is again, right above it was that upper deck that we saw, and below it is not as big, but still a nice little outdoor patio area. This was the top of the parking structure. I thought it was pretty neat that at the very top they have charging stations for your electric vehicles. So very intentional and in how they laid everything out. I mean, I can only imagine how pretty this looks at night with the lighting like that. Here's a Round Rock chamber. So now we're doing a little walking tour of the downtown area. And one thing that just I noticed right away was I loved, you could see the old architecture and how historic the whole downtown area is and how much they've tried to preserve it and really make it a centerpiece for the town. And look how you could definitely tell the age of a town by the trees, right? Look how grand and big these trees are. And I'm glad they never touched them when they went to upgrade redo some of the, the buildings on the outside. Hang on a second. There's the famous Round Rock Tower, famous Round Rock Donuts. I still have yet to go here. Ooh, and this place is definitely on my bucket list. I've been dying to find a good Peruvian place in Williamson County, and I know this used to be something, because I definitely would have remembered when I passed through it was a different restaurant. So this is fairly new. I think when I asked, I think it was in the last 2 years that they've opened up, and they actually have one location here in Williamson County and one closer to downtown Austin. So I would be definitely doing a review on this in the near future. I can't wait to have lunch here. I mean, you can't call it a downtown without a piano bar. Again, I just love the small town feel of it all. I love how you can walk to, do a little bar hopping, or just there's so many places to eat, have coffee. I saw a lot of health care and beauty shops. So it really is really great just to do a nice little walking tour yourself. I actually went to this coffee shop after I did this video, the next day to meet up with the client, and it was a nice local coffee shop, which is awesome. Again, take note of the architecture. I love seeing it. Even the lampposts, very clean. Very, I mean, if it feels very, very safe. Again, this was like a lot of the city stuff. Let me see here now. Can I zoom in a little bit? No, that was the. Hang on a second. Can we zoom in? No, oh, you can zoom in a little bit. Not as much as I want, but that's where all the city, like the chamber, city hall, all the public, public works. The last thing I wanted to show you was on the map. Let me do a quick new scene here. 1 second now. I'm going to share my screen. Let's see. Okay, so I have my map here. This is all the... Now you can see my green screen. We're going to fix that really quick. Home office. Boom shakalaka. Now you can see a little bit of the movie magic that I do behind the scenes to give you that cool green screen effect. Okay, there you go. Now we're good. So here you can see Round Rock, and this is a special map that I've personally created just to show my clients the points of interest of the area. And Round Rock, there's plenty of things to do. It's neighboring town, Georgetown, to the north. There's even more to do, and you have more Lake Georgetown and the river. But here, here I have it kind of coded as with groceries, even the specialty groceries in the area. Market at Round Rock, the Mexicana Market, Lone Star Family Market. So HEB is going to be like your big grocery store chain, and then you have plenty of specialty grocery stores in the area. You have a few daycare places. So just look how I hover over this and what's highlighted, how close it is relative to Round Rock. Plenty of things for entertainment. Round Rock Express. That's on my bucket list is to attend a game if you're a baseball fan before the season's over. Round Rock Premium Outlets. I know they're kind of going under construction. Can someone let me know in the comments if they're done? I haven't been there in probably at least 2 years because I need to go shopping soon. Old Settlers Park. I've been there plenty of times for events. It's a park of like couple hundred acres, lots of space, lots of sports. So you can see here, there's just Round Rock Library. That's where we just were, and we were right here in the city center, in the town center, right here. This is where we were at Round Rock Public Library, and this was where I did like a little walking tour. So that's where we're at. And if I zoom out, you can kind of see just where everything's at. I mean, there's plenty of new construction happening in this area. I'm always going to highlight Homes by Avi. They have magnificent townhomes that are very affordable for first-time home buyers with great incentives. Shout out to Sean Michelle. She is a rock star agent. And if you are interested in new construction in the Round Rock area, let me know. I visit new construction on a weekly basis to keep up with inventory and keep up with the incentives coming out, because they change daily. Because once people buy, the incentives go away. That's how quickly it can be. And some of these incentives people jump on because you're not going to get that anywhere else. Austin is special because of how much new construction is going on. And a lot of times, new constructions have their own in-house mortgage lenders and title companies. And that's kind of the caveat to all this. If you want to capture the incentives of financial incentives where they actually give you money to buy a home in their community, you have to go with them. It could be a hit or miss, but I've networked and built relationships with the good ones where I know they actually have a really good just overall mortgage team, title company team, and the salespeople. The salespeople are a pleasure to work with. So the last thing I want to show you was just a little bit of I'm going to be doing a whole market update in Williamson County here and this week, because the numbers just came out from last month. But I'm going to give you a little sneak peek as to Round Rock and what the numbers look like for the July 2023. We can see the median price was around $415,000, a little bit higher than what it was in June, but still down 12% compared to July of last year, right? So we are trending in a downward because of the interest rates for when it comes to median home sale prices. I'm going to zoom in here so you can get a really good look at kind of the price distribution. So I always like looking at this because it gives you kind of a good snapshot of what the kind of houses that and the price range, right? So we have and where the majority lies. So from 300,000 to, I would say, 750,000 is the majority of what the homes are being sold for in Round Rock. And you can see here, 3.1 months of inventory is unheard of if you're comparing that to what the national average is. And that's only because we're in Austin. The builder confidence, so the people who build all these new homes, is high enough where we've been seeing a positive trend in inventory since the beginning of this year. And I'll show you right here, right now. Now, for those of you who recognize this, if you're a fan of Notion, I love Notion. And if you mess with Notion at all, then we're going to get along just fine. So from January of 2023, we could see that we were at 2.1 months of inventory. Now we're at 3.1. Now that might be insignificant to you, but if you look from February, March, we've been trending upwards to having more inventory. And one thing to note here is, from what I've seen, if you're looking at Williamson County as a whole, Georgetown and Round Rock definitely has a lot more movement, a lot more deals being closed. I mean, just look, we were at 297 for the month of July in Round Rock, and of those 297, 102 actually closed. Right. Last month it was at around 200 and 116 for closed sales. So median price is 415. So I mean, take a look at if you haven't been pre-approved yet. I can easily link you up one of my lenders. If you like me, you're gonna like all my lenders because I only partner up with people who I mesh well with and that we have similar personalities. So if you like what I'm putting down, you're gonna like my team. And I do so much video content to kind of show you, what's going on, and especially in Williamson County. I live in Cedar Park, but I sell and buy, help people buy and sell property in Austin, around the Austin area. And if we're not a good fit, or just it's the area's just a little bit too out of my range, then I can always refer you out. I guess more if you're looking at Dallas or any other major city. But that's it. Where are we at with time? 14 minutes. Okay, I like to keep these things under 15 minutes. So my name is Omar Pinedo with eXp Realty, your go-to Austin realtor. And I hope you enjoyed a little city tour of Round Rock. I hope we get to work together soon.